A marvelous Monday to our Erongo viewers. Welcome to our Monday episode, and we hope you enjoy it and stay with us for the next half an hour as we bring you the news. It was a very eventful weekend. We bring you the weather, the tides. We also have an interview with Bernhard von Seydlitz-Kurzbach, who is the United People's Movement candidate for the upcoming Swakopmund Constituency by-elections. He's going to tell us about his party and why he's the best candidate, so stay tuned. So now for the news. Under a palm tree at the Swakopmund Paddock Gardens, which is near the Swakopmund waterfront. For our first story, Namibian kickboxer Hirukevi Muhipa was crowned as the new Desert Storm champion in the junior division, while Francois Buys from South Africa clinched the senior title at the Jan Wilken Indoor Sport Complex in Walvis Bay on Saturday. The two title fights were the main highlights of the three-day Desert Storm 4 championships held in the harbour town over the weekend, with 135 athletes competing in mixed martial arts, kickboxing as well as jiu-jitsu. Muhipa managed to pocket the win by points against Zimbabwean fighter Walter Shitetu during a three-round bout. Francois Buys knocked out Namibian fighter Martin Nandu. The Namibian Nandu found himself on the ring floor twice within the first minute of the first round before the judges ruled in the favour of his opponent. In 4 open division undercard fights leading up to the main fights, Tinu Tenda Kavocha from Zimbabwe defeated Timothy Dumwa, also from Zimbabwe, by an unanimous decision. Devereux Hendricks from Namibia were defeated by Kusiva Lastway Cheetah from Zimbabwe through a technical knockout in the third round of their fight. In the ladies' open division, a determined Kudakwashe Shikwature from Zimbabwe pocketed a win against Annika Goosen from South Africa, also by unanimous decision. In the final fight before the title fights, Festus Julume from Namibia set the tone for the remainder of the evening by winning his match against Alvin Mashingira from Zimbabwe through a technical knockout during the first round. On Friday, we also had the start of the African Tug of War Championships. It was a 2-day championships at the Swakopmund Sports Ground. And Namibia's only team amidst a very strong field of tug-of-war warriors managed to impress and surprise after they upset South Africa's future Springboks, the SA youth team, by beating them in the semi-final and to clinch the bronze medal. The team that also represented the city of Windhoek in the club division managed to dig their heels deep against the South African youth team, who already took 2 gold medals during the 2-day competition and who nearly beat the overall champions in the first rounds, and eventually drew the rope into the winning position twice. The jubilation of the Namibian team members were quite evident when they realized that they had won, even though they struggled during the rest of the competition before their win. "We just wanted to make our country proud," said Captain Edwin Koshinjo, excuse me, adding that the bug of tug of war might have bitten the Namibians now, and hopes that Namibia will begin sending a team or two to participate in SA and other international events. While the South African teams dominated most of the divisions for both men and women, Zimbabwe's pack of 8 in the final 720 kilogram bout put up a show of power and discipline against the formidable SA first team, managing to retain the status as champions. As for the clubs, the young team of Breerevier, who are mostly schoolboys and most of whom represent the SA youth team, managed to beat some of the heavier teams. According to their coach Dani Zeeman, the crew are preparing to represent SA in the World Championship soon. The SA women also dominated all their divisions and maintained their position as best in Africa. The organizer of the championships, Buttons Haynes, who is also the Namibian Tug of War Federation's representative as well as a representative for the International Tug of War Federation, said that he was happy with the competition, although he lamented the fact that many African teams did not show up for various reasons. We also had the start of the 7-day 7th annual Namibian Defence Force sports games that kicked off in Swakopmund officially on Saturday and will continue to Thursday. It has a variety of sports codes. So we're looking at triathlon, soccer, netball, volleyball, chess, pool and boxing. So please go have a check that out. Most of it is happening at the Swakopmund sports grounds, sports stadium. And yeah, if you want to read more of our news, just go check us out on our website at erongo.com.
We realized over the years that many political parties only use the votes of various minority groups, and that is a word you will hear quite often from us, to empower themselves without addressing issues concerning these minority groups. This has led to voter apathy and their subsequent exclusion from democratic processes. The UPM, the United People's Movement, was therefore formed during October 2009 in Rehoboth. It applied for registration with the Electoral Commission of Namibia on the 12th of March 2010 and received its registration certificate on the 27th of July 2010. It participated in local authority elections during November 2010 in Rehoboth and Okahandja and got 2 and 1 seat respectively. The UPM contested National Assembly elections during November 2014 and obtained 1 seat. During the regional and local authority elections for 2015, it won the regional seat for Rehoboth, Urban West Constituency, and got 3 seats in the Rehoboth Town Council. On the 28th of April 2019, the UPM went into an alliance with the PDM for the presidential and national assembly elections and obtained 2 seats then under the alliance, where it is currently represented by Mr. Jan van Wyk and Ms. Celeste Becker, who were elected as UPM President and UPM Secretary General respectively on the 14th of May this year, 2022. This is the first time that UPM will contest in the Erongo region. We don't know how many, but we have a reasonable number of members residing along the coast. We will continue the fight for the re-implementation of biblical studies in schools as the cornerstone of our communities and to educate our descendants based on biblical principles. We want to address and eradicate social evils, including corrupt practices, and also call out corrupt leadership. We respect, support and articulate the interests and rights of all oppressed ethnic groups nationally and internationally and use the constitutional platforms to do so. To address the problem of ineffective and inefficient governance with special focus on the poorly managed education, health and housing sectors as well as other concerns. We want to be the mouthpiece for the voiceless voters who, due to various reasons, lost confidence in some political parties and thus became politically uninvolved, called voter apathy. The UPM, as part of its mission to improve the lives of all Namibians, further undertakes the mandate to address the problem of unaffordable land, plots and housing in Swakopmund for the low and middle income and impoverished groups which are currently not satisfactorily served by most constituency councils and municipalities, that's countrywide. To assist in the placement of capable people within the borders of the town of Swakopmund to ensure proper urbanization. We want to advise on the use of natural and other resources to the economic development of Swakopmund, and that links up with another point, to promote Swakopmund as a tourist destination in efforts to stimulate the economy and to create jobs for locals. I was a tour guide for the past 8 or 9 years, and so I know something about tourism and the effects and benefits of it. Yeah, increase awareness of the sensitivity of natural environment. It's also part of the constitution, which Namibia was the first one in the world to incorporate that. To assist Swakopmund, the municipality of Swakopmund, in the exercise or performance of its powers, duties and functions. So we see absolutely cooperation, the need for cooperation and for working together, advising one another. We have got good contacts already in the city council and good relationships there. We're going to help with the compilation of the, even up to the national budget of expenditure to be presented to the National Assembly in terms of the Namibian Constitution. These are the most salient points I have not taken out of our manifesto. If I can go back a little bit in time, I studied political science, public administration at the University of Pretoria in the early 70s. So that's, yeah, you can say that's 50 years ago, but that is my academic background, which I then was able to apply subsequently in joining running for Windhoek City Councilor. I was a Windhoek City Councilor from 86 to 92. I was working for 23 years in the Namibian Foreign Service, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, with 2 postings in Stockholm, Sweden and the other Nordic countries. And my last posting was next door in Gaborone, Botswana. So I was in public life, public service for a number of years, and that on different levels. Wow. So I think I can contribute something on that level too. Over the years, I have somehow built up a good recognition factor. People all over the country of all different groups know me by my looks, if I now may blow my own trumpet here. And my personality, I think I'm a man of character, of integrity, if I may say so, by God's grace. And people know that and see that in my life. I have had questions unexpectedly. I remember on one tour as a tour guide, when I stopped to help a fellow traveler whose car was broken down, and my guests didn't want me to stop, but then I said, look, we will all harvest one day what we sow. And they said, oh, are you a Christian? And yes, I said, by God's grace, yes, I am, sir. And I think I bring to the table something of my background. I'm of a praise God, a good family. I grew up on a farm in the Omaruru district, and my first playmates were all black boys and kids, and so I grew up non-racial, and that was confirmed through my studies at university and so on, and my experience subsequently in life. I'm just very thrilled. I'm excited about this opportunity that has presented itself, and I am in, boots and all. I really would like to give it a good run, and I'm not running to lose. I'm running to win, at least hearts and minds of people, and make a mark, perhaps even for the next election.
Platz am Meer is a landmark on the coastline of Namibia, a home to quality shops and quality restaurants, a select variety of fashion and food retailers, as well as banks, not to mention the pier with 36 luxury apartments and entertainment for the whole family. Find us at corner of Tabarite and Albatross Street, Vineta North, Swakopmund. Call us on 064 462 242. Visit platzammeer.com.na or at Platz am Meer on Facebook. Platz am Meer, enhancing your coastal experience.
And now for your weather. Sunset at the coast will be at 29 minutes past 6 on Monday, and sunrise will be at 43 minutes past 7 on Tuesday. Walvis Bay will have a maximum degree Celsius of 18 on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 19 degrees Celsius. A 15 north south west wind will prevail. Swakopmund will have a maximum degree Celsius of 18 on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 18 degrees Celsius. A 13 north west southwesterly wind will prevail. Henties Bay will have a maximum degree Celsius of 17 on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 11 and a maximum of 17 degrees Celsius. A 13 north south southwesterly wind will prevail. Arandis will have a maximum degree Celsius of 25 on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 8 and a maximum of 25 degrees Celsius. A 11 north south southwesterly wind will prevail. Usakos will have a maximum degree Celsius of 28 on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 7 and a maximum of 28 degrees Celsius. A 9 north northwesterly wind will prevail. Karibab will have a maximum degree Celsius of 26 on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 6 and a maximum of 26 degrees Celsius. A 11 north wind will prevail. Omaruru will have a maximum degree Celsius of 26 on Monday, and for Tuesday a minimum of 6 and a maximum of 27 degrees Celsius. A 11 north wind will prevail. And that concludes your weather.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, welcome to another exciting edition.
Brings us to the end of today's show, and we thank you for joining us. You can check out our news, more news, the news that we read to you. You can go check out on our website at erongo.com.na. It's also posted on our social media platforms, and we also have our broadcasting platforms, which is oneup2.com, as well as NTV on DSTV, and as well as GoTV. Also, if you have any news for us, you can either email it to us at the below email address, or you can send it to the below number. You can either send us a message, or you can even call us if you want. And it was great having you here. And like I said from the start, wishing you a marvelous Monday further. Bye-bye.